introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of the suicidal maniac.
Exposed. The truth about my journey, part 2. It's your girl Rahki G, and welcome back to RahkiG TV. Here's 7 phases that I went through my fitness journey, and if you haven't seen part 1, I recommend that you do because we're starting right where we left off. This is when I got my first results. Me and the best friend at the time, we decided to start getting into like all kind of different fitness stuff. We tried P90X, we did what is it called? Extreme something with Sean, whatever. We tried so many different things, so many different ways to lose weight. We got some results doing the plyometrics, hits, you know, high intensity training. So that's phase 1 with my weight loss journey. I remember I started running every day at the park. I started running every day at the park because I didn't have any money for a gym membership. I didn't have money for anything. So I was extremely broke, but if I could do anything, I was gonna try to change my life with not a dollar in my pocket. And I knew that the only way to change my life with that 1 cent in my pocket was to do something that was free. Go outside and run. I had some way of listening to music, I had cheap little headphones, and I needed to burn time. I needed to waste time because I wasn't trying to get a job. I wasn't really trying to be forced into school, and I needed to be out of my parents' house without them realizing that I was pretty much bumming it. You know, I was trying to get where I wanted to get at the time. I wanted to, you know, be creative and express myself and just work with my best friends at the time and start a business. So in order for me to do that, I had to still make it seem like I was busy. So I had to go outside and find my way to change my life. So I decided to start running every day. So I would walk to the park and run around. I would sit down, I'd bring fruits to the park, I'd pack a little tiny grocery bag and just be at the park for hours, trying so many different methods, so many different things until my phone went dead. Before my phone would go dead, I'd start walking back home. That's phase 2 in my fitness journey. Now, phase 3 is me working at Planet Fitness. I was actually an employee there, and I started doing cardio here and there, so I shrunk, which was a good thing. I shrunk, but I got soft. I remember I got really soft, and there was this one girl that worked at the gym with us. It was actually 2. It was this one chick named Chloe, which Chloe, if you're watching this, I told you that you motivated me. Because Chloe, she was short but tight. She was tight and she had nice little legs, nice everything. She didn't really have muscles like that, but she was tight. She was this little chocolate girl. She's so cute. And I remember she used to come to work every day with like 3 or 4 Tupperwares. And she used to go back and eat, like try to go eat like as much as she could. And I was like, you know, this girl's eating more than once on her lunch break. I remember saying like, why is this girl eating like all these different foods? I didn't know anything about meal prep. And Chloe had meal prep inside of the fridge. Shout out to you, Chloe. And she just really motivated me. I was like, this black girl, you know, she's probably like laughing. She said this cute sneakers. She kept herself real cute, and she just really inspired me. She didn't even know that. And that was one of my first experiences with this black girl who kind of motivated me in person at work. And there was another girl, she was a trainer. She was into bodybuilding, which was dope. And I got to see firsthand somebody go from looking some way to 2 weeks looking completely different. So I was like, whoa, fitness gonna do that? Like, hold up, what's that? So I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And mind you, I worked at the gym. So now this is the part where, you know, I'm working out here and there on my breaks or whatever it is, right? That's phase 3. Moving on to phase 4. Phase 4 for me is my most prestigious moments, I could say. Like, this is the time where I grew the most, in a sense. Finally, you know, I decided to get my own membership. Now, phase 4, like I said, is my favorite because phase 4 dragged for about 2.5 years because I had so many lows more than highs, but highs and lows. From car getting repossessed to falling right back in a pit hole. Now, when I fell back in the pit hole, this time I had a little bit more experience, so I said I could do it better this time. Now I can do it right. If I get a little bit of money, I can get a membership, and I'll fight my way through this. I'll fight my way through whatever situation it is that I'm in. But this time I want a membership, and I'll find a ride. I'll hitchhike a ride there, I'll hitchhike a ride back. I'll work for a ride. I'll find a way to get in the gym. But all I need is $40 a month so I can get this gym membership going. So that's what I did. And it was so many different gyms that I was going to. I mean, I was training clients here and there for little to no money as long as they picked me up and take me to the gym. You know, it was times where I made friends at the gym that worked there, and I found out they lived around the corner from me. And hey, are you going to work today? Yeah, I'm going to work at 2. I'd go to work, I'd go to their job, I'll go to the gym at 2 o'clock just to catch a ride. So I didn't have to walk miles to the gym, and I'll find a way back home. I'll find a way to find a way back home. I found myself being at the gym for hours. I found myself asking employees for rides home and everything. So I told myself, okay, well, if I can get in the gym and I can make sure that I got my membership, all I need is a little bit of money to eat clean. So I started, you know, making a little bit of money, training people here and there, doing whatever I could do to make some money. And with the little bit of money that I had, just 4 years ago, I was going to Publix buying sausages, the vegan sausages, Tofurkey. It had the most amount of protein. It was 30 grams of protein per link. 4 links, it was $4.99, $5.99 in some stores. That was the most effective way for me to get in the most amount of protein that I needed in one day with only spending $5. So that's what I was doing. Any kind of vegetables my mom had at the house, even if sometimes if they were like halfway going bad, I would still cook them and still just try to find a way to just stretch my clean eating as much as I could. So that's what I did. She was even getting this free food from the church and stuff, and like, you know, charities and stuff, and I was still taking that food and cooking it and stretching it for my long-term goal. So that's phase 4. Phase 5 is where the fun comes in a little bit, because I said phase 4 is my favorite. Phase 5 is like the clay molding side. Now I got the hang of it. Phase 5 is like 2 years ago, you know. Now it's like I got my feet wet, I know what I'm doing. Let me tell you this one story. I remember I was big. I remember one day I was in LA Fitness, right? Now I'm still husky. I'm like maybe, I don't know, I'm like 200 and something pounds, but not the way you see the 200 now. It was a little bit, you know, it was fluffy, a lot of water, right? So, but I'm still with it, because I'm still looking very impressive. People are looking at me in the gym, whether I'm the fat girl, whatever it is, people are looking at me. Now, mind you, this is like 3 years ago. I'm in the gym, and my sister came to LA Fitness with me. So we're in LA Fitness, and I'm training my sister. This is her first time in that LA Fitness. She doesn't have a membership. She just came in with me. I guess one of the trainers in there, I had seen her like once or twice. She seen my sister struggling with some training, so she decided to sell my sister a package. So I'm in the gym and I'm training. I'm upstairs and I'm lunging. Now, while I'm doing that, I see my sister inside this little office. She's talking to one of the actual trainers. So I'm minding my business, I keep moving, I'm working out. And I remember now it's like wrapping up and it's time for us to kind of get out of here, right? So before we leave, we decide to go inside the, the steam room. So while we're there sitting there, my sister says, oh, you know that girl that I was talking to, the trainer? I was like, yeah. She's like, you know, she was talking about you, right? And she said, oh, well, she was trying to sell me a package, and while she was selling me a package and stuff, because she was telling me like people need to know how to train and stuff like that, she like looked at you and she pointed at you, and she said, you see that girl right there? And you know, I'm like trying to see where she's gonna go. So I'm like, you know, yeah, that girl's working out wrong. That girl shouldn't be doing what she's doing. That girl's too fat, too big, too obese to be lifting weights. So get on the treadmill or do cardio, get smaller, and then build her body back up. That's what that woman told my sister. And I was like, and my sister was like, what? And my sister said, yeah, she said that. And I said, so what did you say? Well, I told her after she finished talking, I said, oh, you know who that is? And the girl said, no, she said, that's my sister. And then I said, what happened? And she said, well, that's when the lady looked at me and said, oh my God, for real? Wow. Turn the story around, because what my sister said was, that's my sister, and do you know how big she was? And the lady was quiet. My sister was almost 300 pounds. She started talking highly of me, which was crazy. So when my sister brought that information to me, the first thing I thought was, I'm a threat. I already understood that. The second thing I thought was, wow, you're a trainer. You're somebody that's supposed to be here helping, a teacher, leading the way. When you body shame somebody to sell a package, shame on you, sis. You know, people judge me all the time. Right now, I'm getting dragged on YouTube right now because of this video. They call me a tranny. They call me all kinds of different things. And I'm still here opening up for you guys because I want to change things. That's why. So I'm willing to take the hits. And then phase 6 for me, because it was 6 different phases, and I think there's going to be more phases, but phase 6 for me was actually achieving 2 or 3 levels of my goals, and then saying, well, now it's time to do the science. Phase 6 is dieting. Phase 6 is manipulating, you know, machines for me, manipulating weights, manipulating my physique, manipulating my frame, saying, well, if I want to have a smaller waistline, I have to compromise. I have to sacrifice some size in my legs because I have to do cardio. or saying, well, if I want to, you know, bring my upper body down, then I have to use resistant bands. I can't use, you know, weights necessarily because I'm gonna go up, or just manipulating my body and knowing how to and what to do with the weights, with my diet, with my intake, with my extra time, with just knowing how to move. That's phase 6 for me, and I know I'm going into phase 7 right now, which we'll talk about in the future. So this right here is some kind of a mashup of my fitness journey. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully it wasn't too much information. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Hopefully you guys got some kind of insight as to how I started and where this thing went and where is it going. Where am I going with this? Because I'm more than fitness. I'm so much more than working out, and you guys are gonna know that. You guys are gonna see that because I'm gonna reveal that. It's gonna unfold via YouTube. That's why if you guys are subscribed, stay tuned, be patient, because you guys are gonna witness greatness. Channel, consider subscribing. This is gonna continue to unfold. I'm signing out, and I love you guys so much. Mwah.